Hi there, I'm Julie Hawker and I'm the Joint Chief Executive at Cosmic. I think my first thought in answer to that question is my children. So I have two, they're not children anymore, but they're still mine. So I have two 20-somethings and they've gone through their education, their university, and both graduated really well, but probably even more importantly for me, have a very, very strong value set, work ethic, and are great fun to be around, and I find that immensely inspiring. And the second answer to the question is my colleagues at Cosmic, who on a daily basis provide me with major inspiration in their attitudes, their enthusiasm, the way they go about their work, and certainly in the feedback that we get from all of our clients. I know what a great job every member of the Cosmic team is doing and how much they're appreciated, and that's massively inspirational to me. Certainly something that immediately springs to mind that I would tell my younger self, especially my teenage self, is don't worry so much, that life is going to be great. It'll be awful sometimes, but you'll be fine and you'll do okay. I'd tell my younger self to learn and keep on learning all the way through, because what I now know 30 years into my career path is there's always opportunity for learning, and you should never stop. You should never stop motivating yourself to look for the next skill or piece of knowledge, or indeed to enjoy great experiences, which I've had lots of. And I'd also tell my younger self to invest my time and energy in the right things and the right people, to invest in friendships and good relationships, both in my social life and in my professional life, because good friends, good relationships in business as well, are the ones that you can rely on when things are tougher and you need support and you need advice, and sometimes you need a shoulder to cry on. So investing your time in the right people pays massive dividends, and I would definitely have benefited from learning that earlier on in life. And my focus here in answer to this question is about the challenges of being a woman in IT industry. Certainly 30 years ago, that was certainly giving me what in business you would regard as a unique selling point at Cosmic, having a female leader, and more recently having two chief executives, both of whom are women. Certainly is breaking the mould when it comes to IT industry generally, and certainly here in the Southwest, we stand out for our female leadership and the model that we have developed. So, I'm very proud that we have taken the challenges of those stereotypes and promoted the role of women in business, but also, again, pointing to the exceptionally talented team that I have at Cosmic. I would say we have many highly talented women working in training and technical roles across the Cosmic team, and they are also a part of that challenging and overcoming stereotypes. I've also had the privilege of serving on a number of organisations at board level, charity organisations, other social enterprises, but also business organisations. And again, the levels of representation at board level of women historically has been low, and so I'm very pleased to be a part of developing a more balanced number. Still needs to go in the upwards direction, but it's certainly improving all the time, and to promote other women and their capabilities to serve on boards. And as I say, that's across all sectors. I think we need to keep on challenging the stereotypes and the value that women bring at board level. And I think there's something also about stereotypes of age. So, you know, if I sum it all up, as a woman of a certain age working in a regional leading IT business, I think I'm sort of flying the flag, if you like, holding the torch for a number of stereotypes that I'm very happy to challenge and to promote the role of other women in challenging those stereotypes. You know, there's a personal side to that answer, which is about the birth of my 2 children. Painful as those experiences are, you know, they are the most special experiences in life. Bringing children into the world is such a special time, and certainly another one in my personal life would be meeting and then marrying my husband. But if it were reliving moments in my life on a professional basis, then it would be the moments that have meant so much, not just to me, but to the wider cosmic team, in terms of recognising just how much difference we've made to individuals and to larger numbers of people. So there have been moments when we've celebrated big milestones for Cosmic, like celebrating our 20th anniversary a couple of years ago, when we used the opportunity to celebrate every single person and organisation that we've impacted over the years, and those are very, very special times to celebrate. So I think it would be one of those. This is a real challenge, and it's a challenge all the time, I think, when you're involved in running, planning and keeping businesses going. But my big tip is have a hobby, an interest outside of work that is big enough and motivating enough to make you want to switch off, and I mean that in the digital sense as well as in the mental sense, and really, you know, absorb yourself and immerse yourself in an activity and a hobby that you really, really enjoy. And for me, that's horse riding, and it has been for many years, but it gives me that opportunity to really get away from the strains of business and help with that rebalancing work. Thank you.